Forsberg pulls up for three, boom, knocks it down.
Curry from the corner at three, puts it in. For overtime, makes it Garrett. Right.
Welcome to the latest edition of the MVP Cast from me, Mark Woods, our preview show ahead of the start of FIBA Women's EuroBasket, which tips off here in Riga on Thursday. Great Britain, our focus, understandably, bidding to finish in the top 8 for the first time ever, and of course that secondary target of a top 6 finish that earns teams an invite into next summer's Olympic qualification tournament. First of all, though, it's the group stages for GB here. Co-host Latvia, their initial opponent on Thursday, a 4:30pm tip-off in the UK, followed by defending champion Spain on Friday evening, and then Ukraine in a potentially decisive clash on Sunday lunchtime. Now, the format a little bit convoluted. Top the group, and you go safely through to next week's knockout phase in Belgrade. Finish last, and you're right. Finish second or third, and it's a playoff against the second and third place sides in the other pool here in Riga, what includes past winners France, past finalists Czech Republic, plus Sweden and Montenegro. But confidence high for GB, especially after that big win over the Swedes last weekend, plus that agonising narrow defeat to the Spanish, which has GB captain Stef Collins looking forward to the challenge ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough challenge. I mean, Latvia, Spain, Ukraine, they all play really good, basketball. I mean, they're basketball countries, and, every game is going to be difficult, so we just have to prepare the best way we can, believe in each other, and stay together.
How, as a group, you guys have obviously grown together over the years and met a lot of challenges. How well equipped and prepared do you feel for not just this group, but the possibility of going right to the top 6, qualifying for Olympic qualifiers, etc.?
Again, that's a tough question to answer, just because I'm not going to look that far ahead. That's not the way we do it. We take each day as it comes, and tomorrow we face Latvia. And we're going to play a game, and we're going to try hard. We're going to play together. We're going to do the things that we know that we've prepared for, and then see what happens after that, and then the next day. So I can't really say what's to lie ahead.
What's special about this group?
I think what's special is just the way we like Joe said, we respect each other. We love playing for our country and for each other. I think Chema's done a great job of getting us together and being united, and giving us that self-belief, that confidence in not only ourselves but each other, and to put that on the court.
We'll talk about Chema. Obviously he's a Spaniard. He comes in with an incredible sense of humour. He seems like a really fun guy to be around. What's he like?
Oh, he's great. I mean, Chema's great, and he brings so much positivity when it comes to basketball. I think sometimes when you're kind of performing in such high performance environments, you can kind of, put so much pressure on yourself, or, he just brings so much calmness, and, that's a big thing for us. At the end of the day, we're here because we love the game, we're passionate about it, we love playing for our country, and we should enjoy every moment of that.
One of the reasons for that self-belief in the GB camp is that the talent available, particularly the three-headed monster of perennial power Joe Leedham, sharpshooter Carly Samuelson, and the towering inferno in the middle of Temi Fagbenle, who's coming off a season in Polkowice in which she was the MVP of the Polish League. That's just a year, of course, after she became this country's first ever champion in the WNBA. And unlike some occasions in the past, Leedham has plenty of help out there on the floor.
I mean, I just try to play like I'm the kind of player who ticks every category. I play defense, I get steals, I do assists. I just do whatever my team needs me. In the past, it's been more scoring than other stuff, but I really try not to think about it and just play. And like Chema gives us the freedom to just play, so a lot of it's like read. So I take my responsibilities when I have to. And but it makes teams have to be like really honest, and they can't just cheat, like we have a lot of weapons all over the floor, and teams have to respect that, and if they don't, like our girls will punish them. So for sure it's like a bit easier, but really, it's just, yeah, I'm just going out there and playing like free. Playing with people that I've played with for a really long time, and everyone just respects each other. And yeah, we've been like through like ups, downs, like we've been on this ride for a long time. So we've seen a lot of things and been a lot of places. And like, I honestly never really thought I would even be able to come back to another EuroBasket. So the fact that I'm able to be at another one and be with these girls, it's just, yeah, it's super special. And it's people, like I said, I've played with for a really long time, since the beginning of the program. So yeah, it's just, we've been through a lot together, so it's super nice.
GB's best previous finish at a EuroBasket back in 2013 under Damian Jennings when they came 9th. So if they're on the plane to Belgrade on Tuesday, that would be over and above anything ever achieved before. And still 5 of the 12 here with experience from a way back to the London 2012 Olympics. Rachel Vandervoort, the latest to join the 100 Cap Club earlier this month. And that collective knowledge is a real advantage, according to Chantelle Handy.
I think that's a huge thing, especially with this team. I think we've had players that we've played together for years and years. And I think the young ones have come in and they've adapted quite well to just slipping into their position. But yeah, I think the experience is huge, especially at this level. You know, it's the best level you can play at. So I think experience definitely plays a key role in it. But I think we've adapted pretty well with the young ones coming in, and they're helping us do what we need to do. And I think every player on this team is responsible for something. And you know, I think we all take our roles in our stride, and I think that's the good thing about us.
Of course, sadly, we can't talk completely about GB without mentioning the behind-the-scenes issues, the budget problems, questions about management and officials at the pre-event press conference attempting to block a question to Joe Leedham about the impact of that all on the players, which didn't stop her responding.
To be honest, we haven't really touched it. We're just like thinking about us. We're not really thinking about anything else. We're focusing on us. We really haven't talked about it because it's not really a focus for us. Our focus is, like Stef said, Latvia, then it will be Spain, then it will be Ukraine, and we're just focusing on us and what we can control right now, which is like what we came here to do. So like, I can't really give you an answer for that because we really haven't given it a thought.
Those words echoed by Chema Buceta, quite understandably though, focused on the games and opponents to come, and a team which he's led back to a major tournament after they sat out the last 3 huge performances in the qualifying campaign to see off Israel and Greece, spurred by the tight bond which the Spaniard says he's forged with this group on and off the floor.
Well, it is an honor to work with this group of players because they are really nice people. They have a high commitment to play for their country, and then they are doing a great job all the time. And I think it's really a privilege to be able to coach this group of players, so committed and talented.
And assess your opportunity in this tournament, not just to win the first round, but to go to the later stages.
Man, I think we have to think, as the player said, we have to go game by game. This has been our strategy. When we began the campaign, we were just thinking on the first game, Israel, then Greece, then Portugal, and so on. And then we were able to end it first in the group. Now the strategy has to be the same. It's not good to think, well, we have to be with the feet on the floor, and we know where we come from. We come from not qualifying in the next campaign, the last campaign. The previous one, EuroBasket, we were last with 20 teams. Now we are with 16 teams. We have to go game by game. And after, if we win, we could be thinking on more. But now our focus has to be the game against Latvia, then Spain, then Ukraine, then if we pass, next game, so on. But, okay, it is true that the team has improved a lot. And we have proven that we can beat strong teams like we did with Greece, for example. But we have to have the feet on the floor and play with, we have to be humble and focus on the next game. This is the key.
Do you think there's a chance that teams will underestimate you and that might help you?
Well, I don't think they will underestimate us after we beat Greece, eliminate Greece 4th team in the last EuroBasket, and after the results that we did during the preparation, especially after this game in Spain. So I think probably this game in Spain, I don't know if it will help us or not, but probably now teams are more alert about GB, and they maybe they thought before that we were the underdogs, and now probably they think maybe we are not. So I think people will respect us a lot in this occasion. And okay, but this is it. You play against big teams. They consider you a big team. You have to know that they are going to be alert, prepared against. They will prepare against us for sure.
What do you see as this opportunity for basketball, by doing well in these championships, to, I guess, inspire young girls or people, young boys to play basketball, to get involved if they see a successful GB team?
Well, I think the national team should be also an inspiring opportunity for the young people. This is why I think it's so important to highlight what the national team does, whatever the results are, sometimes better, sometimes worse, but I think the example of the players coming to play for the country and doing their best, fighting a lot and trying to improve, to overcome what is defeats, or to overcome bad days, whatever, improving. I think this is always a good example, but it's important that the young people are able to see this. And I think this is why it's important that the media takes the opportunity to talk about the team, and also that games can be seen in England, in Scotland, in Wales, in all the country. But of course, this is a great opportunity. And as far as we go, the better the opportunity we have.
Did you see that? You coached Spain, obviously, at the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona. I mean, that was the moment that the basketball took off in Spain. What was the effect?
Well, when I took the team of Spain, the best in 1985, the best ranking was 11th in the EuroBasket. That was the best before that. And after, we were able to improve a lot. Even 1992, 5th place in the Olympic Games. 1993, after my time, but with the team that we built, European champions. And then this generation of young girls that were then at that moment seeing the role models that were the Olympic players was great, because the players that Spain has now are the ones who were maybe at that time little girls or girls. There was an older generation, so at the end that was a big step, really big change. It's true, that was it. That was a big change, because we passed from being 11th to be a team that could do things. But it was not only that. Also, the structure around that was important, because we created the program Siglo XXI, 21st century, we call like that, in 1997. And this program still exists. This program is based in Barcelona, and then we have the best young players go there when they are young, 14, 15, 16, and most of the players who are now in the Spanish team, they come from the program. Also, we develop a lot the coaches around the women's basketball. Many coaches came to watch practices of the national team. They were well prepared, so we have very good coaches in all the clubs. So at the end, you need a structure to develop. The national team is important because people can see. It's important for the young girls now in Spain, for example, that they see they can be like Laia Palau or like Laura Nikos or whoever. We didn't have that role models when I was coaching Spain. In fact, we had to take models of skiers or athletes, other kind of sport women that could do things, important things, ambition. But now the role models are there, but the structure also. And I think, this is no reason why we cannot do the same here in GB.
Last thing, you'll play Spain. Obviously, you played Spain last weekend, but as a Spaniard playing Spain in the championships, how do you put those emotions to one side, or do you use those emotions in some way?
Well, I think, of course, I am still the coach who has coached Spain for more caps, 180. The next one is 90 something, or 100, so I'm still under coach who with more caps coaching Spain. So I was there for 8 years coaching the team. So for me, this is like my son, but I'm here now fully committed with GB. This is my team, now it's GB. So if we can kill Spain, beat them, I will be very happy, because this is what we are here for, to beat teams and also Spain. So nothing special. I see that game like any other team we play. I only focus on our team, in this case, I can be more British than anyone else, or at least the same.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Those are the thoughts of Chema Buceta ahead of the event. It all starts on Thursday. 3 host cities for this first phase. Riga with Group A and B. Serbia, the other host, of course, with Group C in Riga, featuring a pretty open group between Turkey, Hungary, Slovenia and Italy. And then the real group of death in Zrenjanin and Serbia, the 2015 champions, a resurgent Russia, always tough Belarus, and the rising force of Belgium, who of course reached the semi-finals of last year's FIBA World Cup in Tenerife. So who will come out of the other half of the draw? We shall find out. All of it in due course, to be decided to eventually crown the champions of Europe for 2019. We're all looking forward to it, but that's this edition of the MVP Cast. We'll have all the coverage you could want from GB's campaign at EuroBasket Women over the next week and a bit, so keep logging on to mvp247.com and our Facebook and Twitters. You can follow me on the latter at Mark Brookball. Another edition of the MVP Cast coming very soon. But from me, Mark Woods, it's goodbye.